And look who's here now. Senator Ted Cruz, Republican from the great state of Texas. Mr. Senator, does this Hunter deal give the American people justice?
Stuart, unfortunately, it doesn't remotely do that. Yesterday was a sad day for the rule of law in our country. It was a sad day for justice in our country. In my view, this deal stinks, and it embodies three things. It embodies cronyism, camouflage, and corruption. On cronyism, Hunter Biden got a sweetheart deal that you would never get, I would never get. If Hunter's name were Hunter Smith, he'd be facing real jail time. But because Daddy is president, he gets a slap on the wrist and not even a day in jail. But secondly, camouflage, and this is very important. Merrick Garland, I believe, is the most political attorney general our country's ever seen. He entered DOJ wanting to and intending to indict Donald Trump. He needed to indict Hunter Biden as camouflage to say, look how fair and even I am. I've indicted a Trump, I've indicted a Biden, I'm really even. This is all about covering up his vendetta against Donald Trump. And number three, this is about corruption. Look, the reason you and I care about what happens to Hunter Biden is not that he's a poor, troubled soul with substance abuse issues. The reason it matters, that it's a matter of public concern, is it directly implicates official corruption of the President of the United States. Hunter Biden made a living selling access to Daddy, access to really shady foreign characters, whether it was the Chinese communist or corrupt Ukrainian oligarchs. He made millions, and Joe Biden, there's now growing evidence, Joe Biden personally pocketed millions in corruption. And what's happening yesterday, every Democrat, every corporate media outlet is saying, it's all wrapped up, it's done, it's Hunter's fault, he's the little scapegoat, now be done with it. This is disgraceful, and it is not the rule of law in our country.
Terrific interview last night. Donald Trump told Bret Baier on Fox that if elected, he will bring back the economic policies from his first term. Mr. Senator, watch this, please. Roll it.
Let's talk about the economy. Would your policies roughly be similar to your first term as far as taxes, regulation?
Yeah, and I do even more taxes. Don't forget, we took in more money after I gave tax cuts than we did before. It's very interesting with Biden. They haven't been able to hurt the Trump tax cuts because the people won't stand for it. We're the greatest economy in the history of our country. I think the regulation cuts were actually more important than the tax cuts, but I did the biggest tax cuts in the history of our country.
Senator, isn't that what people want? The policies as opposed to the persona?
Absolutely, yes. If you look at when Trump was president, I worked hand in hand with him. There was no stronger ally of President Trump in the Senate than I was for those 4 years. And we won some enormous policy victories from the American people, including front and center, the biggest tax cut in a generation, including repealing job-killing regulations. And the results, Stuart, look at the economy. The economy boomed. We saw the lowest unemployment in 50 years. We saw the lowest African-American unemployment that's ever been recorded in our nation's history. We saw the lowest Hispanic unemployment ever recorded in our nation's history. We saw poverty going down. We saw median wages going up. Basically, take every possible economic figure you could find. They were going in a positive direction under Trump. Take those identical economic figures, and now under Joe Biden, they're all getting worse. We've got record in inflation for 40-some-odd years happening right now. The American people, their take-home pay has stagnated or gone down under Joe Biden. And I think just about anybody, if you ask the classic question, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? Unless you happen to be a Mexican drug cartel kingpin or a Russian oligarch, the answer is no.
Yeah, the good old days. Let's bring them back. Mr. Senator, one last one. I've got to get this in. 125 people on the terror watch list apprehended so far at the border. 30 times the number from all 4 years of Trump. My question, sir, is why is this not an election issue?
It is a front and center election issue, and the open borders we have are a national security threat. Your family and my family are less safe because Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and every Democrat in the Senate made the decision to turn a blind eye and allow open borders. We've seen 6.6 million people cross illegally under Joe Biden, the worst in history. And the body bags keep piling up. We have last year 853 migrants died crossing illegally. We have women being sexually assaulted. We have children being brutalized. We have last year over 100,000 Americans died of drug overdoses. 70% of that was Chinese fentanyl coming across that southern border. The worst in history. Nearly double the number of Americans who died in the Vietnam War died last year because of Joe Biden's open borders. It's a tragedy, and it is disgraceful. I spend a lot of time down there, and I see it firsthand. The Democrats can't defend it. Their only defense is to hide from it, pretend it doesn't exist.
Flat out of time, unfortunately. But, Mr. Senator, don't be a stranger to us over the summer. We'll see you again soon. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.